the Portuguese team also failed Ronaldo. Charlie, this business of Portugal players failing Ronaldo, I find it quite hilarious because we can all see the tactical direction was not on top, but the players didn't also bring much to the field. I see how Argentina's young guys are running all over the place to push Messi, and the team achieves the best. Yet you can't say same for this Portuguese side. It's as if most of the players feel like, Charlie, we are all big players. Some of us supported Portugal because of Cristiano. Anyway, all right. So Nathan from Kaswa, thank you for that message. I don't agree with this business of people didn't help Cristiano Ronaldo. If you ask me, I don't agree with it. I don't know why there's that perception that players didn't want to help Ronaldo. I find it really weird. But, I mean, that's it. So, anyway. This one says, now Papa Trump will put a tariff on Belgium for humiliating his kingdom. Okay, all right. This one says, nobody failed Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's asking, any news on Kotoko? What's Michael Asari-Bredu? Michael Asari-Bredu, somebody's asking if there's news on Asante Kotoko. Michael, come and give us something on Asante Kotoko. Immortal, yes, 054-257-1061, 054-257-1061. This morning, there's another thing on my mind. I will try and see if we can reach the NSA. I want to ask the NSA a couple of questions. I want to find out what exactly is happening at some of the ground. I've seen some videos and pictures, and I want to find out from the NSA what is going on here. All right? Is it a current thing? If it is, can they explain to all of us what exactly is happening at the Baba Yara Stadium? So we'll work the line and see if we can get answers from the NSA, because the Ghana Premier League will soon start. AFCON qualifiers will soon start. So we just want to find out what is the state of infrastructure in terms of the playing surfaces, the pitches. How are they looking? Because as I said, I've seen pictures, I've seen some videos. I don't quite understand what it is that I'm seeing. So I'd like to find out from the NSA if it can explain to all of us what exactly is happening in some of these facilities. Okay, and then we'll proceed with the show. Of course, Coach Kwabena Danso will also join us. You can send in your comments 054-257-1061, 054-257-1061. It's 2 minutes after 8. Let me go through more of the messages that have come through on 0549 986 996, 0549 986 996, 0549 986 996. You can also join us on Facebook at SportyFM, on Instagram at SportyFM_, on X at SportyFM_ as well. All right, we are still trying to work the lines to get the NSA to speak with us. So as soon as we get the NSA, we'll ask them some questions just to get an idea of what is happening. But in the meantime, let's open the phone lines. I want to hear from listeners. I find it interesting. I want to see what the Ronaldo camp or the people who believe that Ronaldo was undone by his teammates. I want to see. But give us a call. Look, if there's any other thing you want to talk about, 054-257-1061, 030-279-4805. Let me take this caller. Hello?
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
You know why I'm laughing?
Why? But you haven't told us. You haven't told us your name.
This is Emmanuel.
Okay.
Later, you mentioned your former employer, so.
Hey, really? Sorry. Charlie. Anyway, 054-257-1061. Charlie. Habits.
Charlie,
hold on. Let me mention the correct number one more time. 054-257-1061. Yes.
That's bigger time.
It is true. Do you know what? Do you know the point of confusion?
Yeah, the 9.
No. The point of confusion is the 054.
Yeah, 054. Yeah, the 054. Yeah.
That is what confuses my mind sometimes.
Yeah, and I was like, I did that.
257-1066. Hey, old age. It's down to old age. Domonda.
Hello, Charlie. How you good one? Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
See, this Roberto Martinez, that's what I asked you. How did this man get this job?
Mm-hmm.
How did this man get this job? This man, what?
SportyFM, the voice of sport.
I don't get it. When Ghanaians are saying Portuguese, how do you call it, players sabotage Ronaldo.
Mm-hmm.
So these Portuguese players, don't them also want to win the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it too. See, you can't cheat Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
Portugal have been playing this tournament with 10 men.
Mm-hmm.
10 men. And you want to win. See, you are playing a Spain team who are very look at the defenders of Spain.
Mm-hmm.
Young guys.
Mm-hmm.
You Ronaldo, 41 years. What are you going to do?
Mm-hmm.
And when he gets the ball, instead of him to make a quick release, he tries to do a step over. At the age of 21, you want to do a catch.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? It is so bad. So you say you are supporting Portugal because of right. Ghana Black Stars, you don't finish supporting. They are supporting Portugal. Ghana Black Stars, we never finish. You say the Portuguese players have let Ronaldo down. See, Ronaldo has let himself down because there are some decisions you have to take. Just sit down for the players to play the game. And you come in maybe the last 20 minutes or the last 15 minutes. You have, how do you call it, Ramos on the bench. The last time he came to change the game. Yesterday, the guy didn't even play any game. He didn't play any minutes. So how is this the fault of Bruno Fernandes and co? When you are using the players you are not using the players on their favorite position. Yesterday, I saw Bruno Fernandes on the wings in the back. What are you trying to do? Just using the players on the foot. So yesterday, the game was won on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
The Roberto Martinez was clueless. Didn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know what to do. Charlie, after this thing here, Charlie, Ayeka, they should go home. Next time, you see how Portugal will play without Ronaldo in this team.
Hey, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
Oh, this, you can't cheat nature. The man, I'm a Ronaldo fan, but this time Ronaldo is being selfish. He's just being selfish. Let's call it place. He's just being selfish. You can't cheat nature at the age of 41. What can you do?
Yeah.
People say, sabotage. What is this sabotage about? So Bruno Fernandes doesn't want to win the World Cup because of Ronaldo. Yeah, but sometimes you have to get matter. Okay. I don't understand. Sorry, have a good morning.
Okay, Emmanuel, thank you. All right, this is still the Sporty Breakfast. Give us a call, 054-257-1061. Let me take this caller. Hello,
Nathan.
Yep.
Good morning.
Michael from Ablekuma.
Michael, let's hear from you.
You know something? Those who are saying the Argentine players helped Messi to win the last World Cup.
Yeah.
I want to know, in that team, who scored the most goals in that tournament? Who scored the most goals for Argentina?
2022.
Yes.
I'll have to check the record. But if Messi scored the most goals, okay, for Argentina.
And who gave more assists? It's Messi.
Messi, yes.
And more dribbles, more chances created. It's Messi.
So he did all the work.
So the thing was, understand? So if you compare, if you check the stats here, what they are saying, non-starter, in fact, understand? Then you are saying the other one, you have to celebrate at the when they have success.
Yeah.
Understand? You went to PS Morgan shoe, and you said that the World Cup is a 7-game tournament, and it's not your dream to win it. Yesterday they cry. I won't know why they cry. who's riding. Oh, you have to get also more dinner say, so that at least also be but oh no, as I was sabotage and I say to support and not carry not come. But I say, and Salah ran again, Chema, and what? Benyaji, and if you are Ben. Oh yeah, in Switzerland, Uncle Joker and fine. Oh yes, Colombia and Belgium and fine. Yeah, and then you need factory.
Nipanyo.
Oh, Nanipa, I'm now maybe I can make police not do it. And the pair of bones was a concert. That's a chronicle. I don't mean that's a good move. What do you do? Yes, again. Sure. But one question to Coach Danso. Once in the last World Cup, when Argentina are playing, you see sometimes Messi you're dropping. No, I bet the ball, no critical chance, no ball. But then in this tournament, I say Messi was selecting him.
Yeah.
So sometimes once and I Messi you play, yeah, normally yeah, we not two players signal so. If you use Sana, yeah, sometimes to drop it back center sector, no about the ball, no critical space. So no one that's a static game now. At the end of the day, no one could win. But then this time, play normally you do that's the first minimum or their final pass in the back.
Okay.
They go against Algeria before the ball man run or say. But Anka first Anka Messi they drop it. Nanko back. About the critical chance and about the ball 1-2. We new pass and Nanko no pass. But then say sir, but you say because of the age maybe as Scaloni man boss and
Scaloni is just limiting his movement.
Oh, okay.
Maybe, but I'll ask Coach Dance. Maybe it's Coach Dance.
Okay.
I'll ask him.
And finally, once the last make us Roberto Martinez, Coach Dia or what in the election. If you call us election, put out the election as WhatsApp.
Hey.
WhatsApp. Oh, WhatsApp. Bona. A tactic near the book. The idea also no be mobile. But I say, oh, bet me check over to control report me back. But then we not do no break uncle. It is report in course we not do more. Bon number. Into Bruno Fernandes or Bon Command. But as we will because we not going Caloramos or Junga. Bet me a movie backline only stable. Okay, then also meeting do meeting and I'll do no more and the Yashi. In general means and coaching.
Yeah.
Roberto Martinez was. But then I was seeing Bob was about it.
Okay.
The small boy no Bobo pa. The Spain do semi-final and final. I was on count best 11. I can't Bobo. Or Bobo papa. Next time I say. But you have to.
When
and no come on traffic room and no be person
traffic in yeah. Yeah. This is still the sporty breakfast. I don't even know where all of this is coming from. Let me take this caller. Hello?
My name is Benita.
Yes, sir.
I'm Solomon from Nungwa.
All right, Solomon, please go ahead.
Oh, Charlie, Ghana really World Cup.
Sorry?
Ghana has won the World Cup.
Ghana has won the World Cup.
Yeah.
How so?
Yesterday, one of the good has been eliminated. So.
Okay.
Ghana has won the World Cup. Why did? Menacing. Met you all the
way. Okay. All right. Thank you. I don't even know how. Charlie. I don't. This whole thing is so hilarious to me. I don't get it why the Messi people are going after Ronaldo. Anyway, let me take this caller. Hello? Yep.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes,
this is James from OEB.
All right, please go ahead.
Yeah. I simply don't understand, and I share the same, sentiments with you, how the Messi fans are so excited about
Portugal's elimination from the Mundial.
That's not too much of it. I just find it hilarious. It's just cracking me up.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, you have every right. That means you like state of, humanity. That it's hilarious. Because Ronaldo is actually old. 41 years. I wasn't expecting him to be part of this Portugal squad for this Mundial. But it's just like the Blasters. You can't go away with maturity. Football maturity also counts. So if you have somebody who has been with the team for so long, like Jordan Ayew in the Black Stars, Jawad Partey and all those people, it makes the back room solid. So I don't see why the Messi fans are happy, they're excited. And yes, I know Ronaldo had wanted to use this opportunity to also retire from football nicely, maybe probably getting into the quarterfinals or the final itself. Yes, I know it will be a very good experience for Ronaldo. But yesterday he was actually out of the game. I'm beginning to think that Ronaldo is gradually losing his legs, as Jordan Ayew has already lost his own. Yes, obviously. So I don't think it's anything to be so much excited about, because Ronaldo has, somebody will say he's done it. He's already achieved whatever he's supposed to achieve.
Probably, except winning the World Cup.
Except winning the World Cup, but at least in the issue of football, yes, except winning the World Cup. Ultimately,
that's true. He's done a lot. So
he's done a lot. Yeah. You see, and when you compare Messi or when you compare Ronaldo, who are you comparing him to? It's not Messi. Yes, yeah. Messi has achieved first. He has won the World Cup, but you can't write it off in the sense that you talk about Ronaldo and I'm not talking about Messi. Yes, Messi has achieved whatever he's supposed to achieve in the world of football. You get it. And again, yesterday's game, I realized that the goal even came out of surprise from the Spaniards, because Portugal really expect that they are going to even concede at that crucial moment in the game. You get it. But it's football, and then anything can just happen to you. We can't surprise by surprise. But so what these Messi fans are doing, yes, we know Messi is the GOAT. Yes, Ronaldo is the GOAT in his own league as well. So you can't just talk about Messi and then not talk about Ronaldo, because they are the legends. And it's even shocking, because this young chap, Jamil Yama, how many goals does Jamil Yama has in this tournament? Because everybody was looking out for Jamil Yama and Mbappe. Sorry?
I think he has like one. Does he have one goal?
Yeah, one. Yes.
One goal, yeah.
And you look at the year under the review, like you could see Jamil Yama has really, due to some few injuries and other things. But we are also thinking that at least a young chap can also pick up. Let's say they progress. So we are looking out for what they have to offer in the subsequent games as well. But I think Messi and Ronaldo agreement will forever be an argument. We, the fans of Ronaldo and Messi, will continue. It's more or less like Shaka and Showboy. Yeah. It won't die off anytime soon. So I think kudos to Portugal. We all, anticipating that they will try and get to final. Probably Ronaldo will just retire with a World Cup, and then yesterday we still noticed his face and the way he was. It was really disheartening. But I think it was a good game to witness last night. It was a fantastic game. The Spaniards were playing solidly, and then as well as the Portuguese. But the goal came in with just as the other caller said, with a capital change, because Marino coming into that goal was a top notch. So today we are also looking forward for Egypt and Egypt and who?
Argentina.
Yes, Argentina. Yes. So we are praying that Africans. We are also praying that maybe Egypt will stay true, and then also pick up some wonders in the Mundial. So Nathan, thank you so much for your time. And then
all right. All right. Thank you. This is still the Sporty Breakfast. You can give us a call on 054-257-1061. Let me take my time. 030-279-4805. Let me take this caller. Hello?
Nathan.
Yep.
I'm back again.
Michael, yes.
So far, the moon in that airport. Once I go to Kasa now, Katana wa papa. If you know, you are a collabo. You could not me. Everybody na coupon. There is your Jacopa. And then it is of one side into my EP and fire. Yes, and fire. And your crowd itself, I'm not met to grab your uncle and uncle out there. Uncle. I don't know what cabinet. Yeah, the action is a carry. The action is a carry. If you're not on the castle, I say, Lami, I'm a bull. I'm a bull. You know, cool. That the message with different planets.
Michael, it's okay. It's okay.
You you're not the move here. Share. That's not the only thing.
Michael, let me take that call. Abba. 8:19. This is still the Sporty Breakfast. I find this whole thing quite hilarious. Anyway, let me take this caller. Hello?
Hello, Nathan. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
This is Osborne from North Industrial Area.
All right, please go ahead, Osborne.
The two Siberian teams give us a spectacle.
Iberian, you mean?
Iberian, yeah.
Because Siberian, that's Russia.
Okay. Thanks for the correction. They gave us a spectacle, but Ronaldo fans I don't know whether they are bad losers.
Oh, how?
At least you take the defeat in good faith, but going here and there.
But I think they've taken it in good faith. I think so. I think so.
It's a pity the goats cannot land his hand on the World Cup trophy before he retires, but sometimes that is how it is. We have most of the greatest players not winning the World Cup.
Some didn't even get to play in it. So.
To play in it, yes. So he has served us good memories. I think he will bow out as a legend of the game.
Yeah,
no doubt about it.
That's
yes.
true.
So yeah, we are just hoping this evening. I don't know if Argentina knew their path will cross with most African teams. That is why they were playing most of their friendlies with the African nations.
I don't know.
Played Cape Verde, and then they are playing Egypt again. So maybe they had a foresight. I'm just hoping Egypt. It's going to be very difficult for them, definitely. But they should give Argentina a good fight, like Colombia will, on the other hand, make soft work for Switzerland.
Okay.
I think they will sail through.
Okay.
The tournament is gradually shaping up, and then the boys are showing their class. My major concern, or where I'm looking towards, is the goalkeeping race.
Okay.
Shaping up very, very well, and don't be surprised if we see Erling Haaland winning the goalkeeping.
Oh well, I mean, nothing will surprise us.
Yes.
Nothing.
And that guy, I said yesterday, let's assess him. Let's do a DNA on this guy.
Oh, how? Do a DNA.
Nathan, the numbers are outrageous.
Yeah, he's just an efficient goal, and he's been built and designed to score goals. That's what he's done all his life, score goals.
Yes, remember I think it was under 17 or under 20 where he scored 5 goals.
Under 20 World Cup.
And Charlie, he's never looked back. His numbers, I'm not sure we've had such numbers in a very, very long time. Not even the Stefanos and the Puskas. I don't think so.
Well, I'll have to check the record.
Yes.
Very outstanding numbers. But Erling Haaland is a very, very good goal scorer.
Yeah, and I think he playing 2 or more World Cups will maybe probably extend the the top scorer to about 30 if Norway qualifies and they do well in the tournament. Okay. Charlie, have the best of days. Thank you for the opportunity.
All right, thank you so much. Time check is 8:23. This is still the Sporty Breakfast. Coach Dancer will be joining us in a bit. At the same time, we're also trying to see if we can get a response from the NSC. Me, I'm curious. I just want to understand some of the things I'm seeing. All right? So, yeah, that's the thing. Let me take this caller. Hello?
Nathan, this is Jingles. I'm back again.
Okay.
Michael is causing a whole lot of...
are you minding him?
Sorry?
Are you minding him? Don't mind him.
Oh, yeah, because I just want you to know that whatever he is trying to put across the emphasis. Because I mean, if a time we had made this time, nobody will say that Messi and Ronaldo hasn't paid their dues. In fact, when football became exciting somewhere 2008, 2009, it was these two chaps. And they've really proven.
Huh? Hello? Hello? Oh, too bad. We lost that particular caller. Let me take this one. Hello?
SportyFM, the voice of sports.
Hello?
Hello, good morning, Nathan.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, Victor, I'm on the road.
Okay. Please
So,
go.
I want to ask you, how will you feel when African country wins the World Cup?
How will I feel when an African country wins the World Cup? I'd be very happy.
Yeah, I think Morocco will do it.
Yeah.
If they can beat France, if they can beat France, I don't think any other country will stop them from doing it.
Okay, all right, we'll see. Let's see. They have to pass that.
You see what Donald Trump has cost his country.
Mm-hmm.
Now they have lost 4-1 to Belgium. With their star man, I think he said he's the best player for their country. Now they have lost. And he's not even so good. Well, I think Morocco can win the World Cup. If they can beat France. If they can beat France, they will win the World Cup.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's a bold call. Let's see if it happens. Time check is 8:25. Your messages are equally welcome on 054-257-1061. 054-257-1061. Let me take this caller. Hello?
Yeah, mate, and I'm back. Jingles.
Okay, all right.
Yes, so just at the point I was trying to make, I said these two chaps or these two goats, they've really proven themselves. Ronaldo went to the Arab League and he's doing whatever he's supposed to do. Messi is also equally doing whatever he's supposed to do. So the mere fact that how many times has even Ronaldo been to the World Cup? I think he went to 26, 2010, 2014,
since 2006, he's been to every.
Since 2006, so like 5 World Cups now, right?
Yep.
And comparatively, if you compare the number of matches both of them have played, I think Messi has played more matches than Ronaldo.
I would think so. I would think so, yes.
Sorry?
Yes, I'm saying I would think so. Just going through the numbers roughly in my head, yes. I think Messi would have played more World Cup games.
You get it. So, I mean, and even when it comes to goals, I think Ronaldo now has even 8 goals in the World Cup and then Messi has 18 or something like that. Yes. I mean, you see, Messi undoubtedly
Messi has 18 goals, I think it is. Is it 18?
Sorry?
I'm not sure. Yeah, please continue. I was just trying to remember Messi's World Cup goal count, but yeah.
I think it's 13.
No, it's more than that because Mbappe is on 17 and Messi is the record holder. So I think it's about 20.
It's about 20 now.
Yes, almost, if not 20, close to 20.
Yeah, so, I mean, what Michael is saying, this thing, it's not news. Ronaldo, I mean, is already gone.
Messi has 20 World Cup goals. 20, because Mbappe is on 18 or 17. Yeah, so 20.
Messi is now on 20 World Cup goals.
Yes.
And what about Ronaldo?
Across all the times that Messi has been at the World Cup.
Oh, wow.
You understand?
And how about Ronaldo?
Ronaldo's is... Okay, just hold on. So Messi 6. Let me check. Ronaldo's World Cup goals. Maybe... maybe let me check. 11.
11 now. Yes. Oh, okay. Yes. So yes, what point am I trying to drive at? Messi, yes, undoubtedly is a good, but I mean the way the Messi fans are making the thing look like Ronaldo not being able to go through the final, to arrive at the final with Portugal. You want to retire with the guy telling you, why did you move? Apart from World Cup, I think we know that Ronaldo has proving the point. But the way Michael he didn't make it more safe for one side. I mean, it's all football, yes, football. Yeah. I mean, everybody has their own bracket rights and all that. But I mean, tonight I expect Egypt to put up a surprise. Yes. Egypt have to put up a surprise.
Why should they? Do you want them to put up a surprise for your own reasons?
Not my own reasons, but for the sake of Africa and then the love we have for Africa, except South Africans who doesn't love Africans.
I see.
Yes. So we are rooting for the Africans to also make a mark. Where was it? The last time Morocco went to the quarterfinals, where is Africans, the whole Africans rooting for them? Yes.
Yeah.
So we have to come together. That is the African Union we are talking about. So we come together and then we support Africa. So that Egypt will also make, their name, or Egypt have already even solidified themselves in the world of football. I mean, they've proven that, yes, with their investment they are doing in their domestic leagues and other things. It tells you that they really need football. And that is the same kind of energy we want the Ghana GFA and the Ministry of Sports to invest in it. Up to date, and you know how much Carlos Gross was being brought in for.
In terms of what?
In terms of how much we are paying him, how much we even the whole contract itself. That is what I'm talking about. You as an astute journalist, you have the data now.
That contract was not made public, but I think Carlos Queiroz. Immortal, correct me if I'm wrong. Carlos Queiroz was what 100K. He was he was earning about 100K.
But Nathan, the argument is that why should we even be asking questions about somebody that we've brought in that we are using taxpayers' money to pay? At least in the first place, it should be known to us. It's like a budget. The government every year or whatever, when they bring their whatever budget, they tell us how much they are going to invest in infrastructure. We are in this country, they pump about 16 or about 32 million or 16 billion into national health insurance.
Yeah,
we all saw it. It was presented in the budget. You get it. So you bring a coach, even if it's an interim. You have to disclose how much you are paying him.
Otto's salary was never disclosed.
Otto's salary was never disclosed.
Yes. And
so is it proper administration that we are running over there?
Okay, you see, I get the point you are making. It is a fair point. But also on the legal side, contracts have confidentiality clauses. I'm sure you also know that, right?
So what happened to the Milovan Rajovac and all those kind of coaches we had that they gave us data of how much they are paying them and what?
So which means that probably in their contracts there were no confidentiality clauses. It could be
this
that
time around is where this time around.
Take it easy. So it could be that in Otto's contract there was one. Let's not forget that if you take everything away, it is still a very basic contract between somebody and another person who has employed them. Do you understand?
I get it, Nathan.
Very good.
Nathan,
so which means that
you as a sports
relax. Take it easy. So I get the point. See, let's not make it look like, how do I even say it? Like somebody's trying to hide anything. I'm just trying to lay out all the issues on the table. So I'm saying that on one hand, I do agree with you.
That is your duty as a journalist.
I've always believed, and I do that all the time. We do education all the time. But as we have come to understand, lots of people are not interested in these things. Lots of listeners are interested in the scandals, the dirty stories, the name calling, the insults. When we sit and do and present things in a lucid, clear form, people don't like it. People think it is not exciting. You understand? I meet people every day who tell me that why don't you fire? Why don't you ask them what is I should fire? Should I insult somebody? Won't do that.
No, you see, in this world of journalism and sports, you see, there is everybody. If you take almost like 10 radio stations in Ghana, every sports team and every sports team has the approach of addressing the national football.
So ask yourself that. So the shouting and insults, do they gain anything?
No, it doesn't.
Good. The shout. Do you know what the shouting? The shouting and insults. Do you know what they bring? Do you know what they bring?
You educate me. I don't know. They bring chaos.
They bring court cases. There are journalists who haven't done radio shows in the last 2 years because they spent the last 2 years going in and out of court every day. Because they got overexcited, the public said fire, so they went insulting. Now you are in court. You have to defend yourself.
Oh, so
do you understand?
So this is where I get it.
You get it. So you see, it's the same thing. For example, if I ever go and sit somewhere and say and insult you and insult your person, it's not like you've done something and I criticize your action. No. I stand somewhere and insult you and say you are a thief.
No, insulting.
I'm coming. So I'm building a point. If I say you are a thief,
yeah, I get it.
Would you be happy with it?
No. I mean, I wouldn't be happy with it.
Brilliant. So sometimes when people go on this tangent and all of that and start to say things that excite them, as for the public, they are excited. Oh. But if you go and call somebody a thief, that person has every right to ask you why you are calling them a thief. Do you have proof that they've stolen something? Then you have to answer.
That is defamation of character.
Very good.
Now,
thank you. I'm clapping for you because you have said the thing.
Defamation of character. Yes. You see, right now, Nathan, at this stage and in this current dispensation where we find ourselves in this country, you can't say, excuse me to say, anybody is dumb or daft.
Nobody is saying that.
Yes. So, everything you do or everything you say as a journalist on air, you are accountable to your words.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Everything you do, you are accountable.
Very
and I
good.
perfectly understand the point.
Good.
So
I will not say something which is not true. And I will not say something I know not of.
Nathan, I started following you on sports, I think, way back in City. I know you are an astute. If we have to name the first 10 very good journalists in sports in Ghana here, your name will not be out, will not be omitted. You get it? We have those ones who are who are saying things because probably somebody is, fueling them to do that. You get it? And it has brought the sport journalism into disrepute. And you and me can attest to the fact. So right now it has gotten to a point where if somebody is even telling the truth or somebody is even saying what is right, we feel like it's an attack. And right now, that one thing too that is also deterring the journalists or you people from not. I'm a journalist myself. For we not.
Which media house do you work for?
For that one, I'll keep it secret. But then, what I'm saying is that it's becoming. It's like right now you can't talk about anything football because the people feel like they are in a position of taking you on to court because yes, defamation of character. And I know. And I'm not. So the point is that
I've done this work. At least I started working in a structured newsroom. Let's say from even 2013. Let's say even way before. I got into media when I was 17.
Yes, media. I know.
Now, from the beginning to now, the training I have had, the mentoring I have had, what I have learned, those principles are still there. I will not change the way I work simply because people are angry and stuff. I will do the work the best way I can. And I told somebody, good. And I told somebody yesterday, if because of people are angry, they expect me, let me use me as an example, to all of a sudden change my style, go crazy and start insulting people, I'll never do it. I wasn't raised like that.
The insulting is not what. The insulting is not what.
Brilliant.
Yes,
and I have done the work the same way.
Yes. You are very astute journalist when it comes to this space. Yes, I understand you. I emulate you a lot. The issue is that right now, the point I'm trying to build right now is that we can't ask questions about GCFE because we feel there are so many legal issues. When you see, like we can't.
No. We actually can.
We can't make constructive.
You see, we actually can. We actually can. And we can make constructive arguments. We should make constructive arguments as journalists.
Devoid of insult.
Very good. And that is the point I've always preached from day one up until today. And I'll always preach it.
But right, yes, I get it. But Nathan, what I'm saying is that the issue has turned out to be in such a way that if you talk about it, people feel you are attacking them.
How do they feel I'm attacking them?
No, I'm just thinking about this GFA. I'm just using GFA as a case study.
Yes,
people feel like they are attacking because we are here in this country where officials of GFA have, sued sport journalists. Very good.
Do you know why that happened? Do you know why? That
all
happened?
In the name of defamation of character.
Very good. So you say something against somebody. The person believes that what you have said is not true. I am not taking sides here. I'm just laying out the issues as they are. So, for example, I say that you have gone to fix a match. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Now, as a response, you also say that what you have said is not true, and the place to determine the truth or otherwise is the law court. So we'll all go before the judge and we'll present our stories so that the judge can tell whether I have defamed you or not. Some defamation stories are still in court because they are still trying to get to the bottom of it. Sometimes, I'll tell you why sometimes some of these things happen. And apologies to the other callers who are on the line. Apologies. But I think this is public education.
We are learning this morning.
So sometimes as journalists, somebody will tell you something, okay? And the person will tell you, Charlie, this is conk info. The person telling you this info, you know that what the person is saying, Charlie, is from a very legitimate place. You go ahead.
Of course. And so you have every right to fire all cylinders.
So you broadcast the story, or you write the article, or you go and say something on radio or on television. And then the person against which you are speaking comes to say what you are saying is not true. Then you say, oh, I have my source. And then you call your source to come and confirm the story. And the source says that I haven't told you anything. Believe it or not, it happens to us very often. So now you are caught in between. You know that the person has told you the story, but now the person says, I haven't told you. And it's not like you recorded the person. Oh. The person called you on the phone, or you met at a program somewhere, they pulled you into a corner. Charlie, I have some info for you. And then the moment you publish it, the person says, hey, I don't know you. I haven't met you anywhere. I didn't give you the info.
Nathan, please.
I'm coming. So in that case, somebody has told me something which is probably true, but I don't have the evidence to present that the person told me, because the person says, I didn't tell you anything. And then I say it against you and you take me to court. You say that is defamation because now I cannot produce the proof that the person told me.
Yes.
So legally, who is wrong?
You the journalist.
Very good. It's not that the story was false. So somebody just doesn't want to back you up.
Okay, so but the question I wanted to ask was that, so in this media space, in this Ghanaian setting of media, like, how do we authenticate our news or our
So we use the same methods every other journalist in the world will use. If you hear something...
why is it turning out to be a different story?
You don't get it. I just gave you an instance. Sometimes it happens. So you hear something, you will find out. So sometimes I use my colleagues, I use sources at the club, I'll do my own digging, I'll make a couple of calls. Sometimes the time it takes for us to publish a story, maybe we've known the story for like 1 week, but you are double checking because the moment the story goes out, from that point onwards, it is in God's hands. If somebody says what you are saying is not true, and you don't have your evidence sorted, or you don't have somebody who is standing and say, yes, I told the person, or yes, it is true, you are in trouble. And as a media person, the last thing you want is to have these court cases following you, because it destroys your credibility.
It distorts the whole media thing. You get it? It distorts the work, yes.
It destroys your credibility. You understand me? So it's not, a lot of people from the outside will say a whole lot. But sometimes people never know the perils with which we go through to do this work.
Yeah, I understand.
People don't know the difficulties we go through. People don't know the nights. People don't know the nights when we don't go home because you've done some story and you know people are coming after you.
I'm very glad we're having this conversation this morning. Very useful. But I hope maybe our colleague journalists are also listening to, because the rate at which, there's false publication and other things in the media, it's really disturbing.
Yeah.
You get it. But
we'll do our best.
This GFA issue.
We'll keep doing our best.
Yeah, we are doing it. And I'm very much proud of you that you are keeping up the standard high.
We'll do what we can do.
Since that time you started doing sports. I mean, Timothy, thank you so much for your time. And I think this will be useful to somebody listening elsewhere.
Okay. All right. Thank you. 8:43. Apologies to the caller. Sometimes these things do happen. Let me take a couple more. We'll bring Coach Danso in a second. I hope he's getting the notes ready. Let me take this caller. Hello?
Yeah, Anogo, Makata here.
Yes, Anogo. Yes, please go ahead, Anogo.
This is what we call you've beaten more than you can chew. The previous caller. Anyway, at the end of the day, he ended up that we are learning. So
every day is an opportunity to learn. So that is good.
Of course, yes. Of course. You see, I want to. It's been a while since I came on air.
Yes.
I want to tell the Messi fans they should calm down. You see, we don't have problem with the trolling, but the fact that they try to make Ronaldo looks like he's a useless player, he's done nothing, he's nothing. That is the problem we have, because what Ronaldo has given this world in terms of football, you see, there's only one thing that is standing his way. That is Messi. And if they are talking about Ronaldo and downplaying him like that, that is our pain. You don't have to do that, because we don't do that to Messi. We don't do that to even the third person compared to these two. We don't do that to that person. You see, the man has given his best. And the fact that he's even playing a World Cup, he's not a goalkeeper. He's a player, outfield player, and a striker or a forward for that matter. You should appreciate the fact that this guy is 41 years old and he's doing all this. But you want to talk about him like the shark, that is the painful aspect. You see, we disregard people a lot, and that is who we are as Ghanaians. Looking at what some of our black star players are going through right now, I don't want to mention names. People who even help us get to a position, at a point in time, if they are unable to offer the same strength, instead of us talking about it in a very nice way or a different way that will give honor to the person, we downplay them, we malign them, and then we discourage anybody who will even help the country to that extent. But we don't look at it from that angle, that the way we are treating this player, next time that player too will feel like, hey, I see me see grandpa, let papa say impuni, I see me see animi anuma bobo yadini, I see me see he has done this bunye. So how about me? We don't think about that too. And that is the problem we have. So Ronaldo there, he has given his quota. But it is the Portugal team. You see, in this tournament, when people are talking about Messi, what do they say? They say the team is playing for him. The team is playing for him. I have seen a couple of posts from BBC, from CBS, whatever, all the international portals. Some even claim they are like bouncers behind him.
Oh, but isn't that? I mean, Anobo, isn't that just people's opinion, right?
Yes, it's opinion, but it's true.
Why would you take that to be fact?
No, it's true. The whole Argentina team, it's like they are not even playing for the national. It's like they are playing for Messi. That is how it's supposed to be for Portugal, because this guy has given a lot that none of these players in the squad of Portugal can ever give Portugal.
Hold on, I know, but I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
I want to understand this point. So, what do the players stand to gain, right? If, according to what you're saying, they don't play for Ronaldo, are they not there as a team? There won't be 11 different World Cup trophies. It will be one given to one team. So, can you just explain to me how, I want to know, what will the players stand to gain if they sabotage Cristiano Ronaldo? What would they stand to gain?
Let me give you an example. You see, there is this saying that, don't you see that that is how some of the players are feeling? Some of the journalists even said he's blocking the shine and the success of other players. So the players themselves some of them have come to realization that if Ronaldo is there, we can also shine and become somebody. So he's blocking them. That is how some of them feel. Yes.
And you know this for a fact.
That's what I know this for a fact. I can tell you somebody like Bruno Fernandes is number one.
I see. And again, you know this for a fact.
I know this for a fact because even sometimes how would is it one of the players just this World Cup? I've forgotten the name. I'll get the name. Maybe by the time I'll finish, I'll get it. He was at the press conference and they asked him about Ronaldo. He said his own colleague, he said he has done what he has done, but now that we are all in the competition, we are all the same people, the same players. Can you say that about a legend like Ronaldo as a teammate? That is not. Somebody should tell me if they haven't read this, they haven't seen this during this World Cup interviews that they do. A young player coming up, you tell Ronaldo that what he has done here, he has done it. But now that we are all in the team and playing here, we are all the same people. Can you imagine? Who will say this about Messi? No. Yesterday, for instance, there was a pass, a cross. Even Rooney spoke about it. I was watching the match and I was online. That Bruno should have crossed the ball earlier. You see, we support Ronaldo and Portugal team, we have monitored the trend. Nathan, most of Messi fans will rectify that.
But Annabelle, won't you also admit that, to be brutally honest, Portugal as a team didn't play as well as they probably could have, and the coaching too wasn't really great.
The coaching there, I don't even want to go there. You see, I don't even want to go there because I wonder why a whole Portugal, a team with name that has struggled in terms of success in Europe and the world, would have such a squad and go in for Roberto Martinez. That is my number one problem. But I just don't want to go there because a holiday is like obvious truth that everybody knows that the coach was. The coaches, even the people, Messi fans who hate Ronaldo, even knows that Roberto Martinez was. So I just don't want to go there. It's an obvious fact. But looking at the team themselves, you see, at a point in time, when AVB, is it AVB who took over from Chelsea, and he was trying to sideline all the big boys, the Drogba, the Terry, the Lampards and co, and use the young boys, what happened? At a point in time, they tried to sabotage him small, and then the senior men took over. Trust me, they took over and they won the Champions League. Somebody should tell me if I'm lying. They took over the team, and the coach that came, what is this guy's name?
Di Matteo.
The coach that won Chelsea, Champions League with Drogba and co. Roberto Di Matteo. As at now, everybody, the fact that he has the Champions League trophy, everybody knows he didn't want that championship because it was the senior boys, the Drogbas, the Terrys, the Lampards and co. So there is a stage whereby you get to and you know that your coach is not doing well. But because of the pedigree of the players, you guys can take the mantle upon yourself and do well because all of you are top stars. Some are Champions League winners, some are Premier League winners, and all that in the team. Star-studded squad. But you wait on this coach who is and you can't put yourself together and say, let's fight for our country and let's honor our icon before he bow out. And you play like this. Ronaldo is gone home. Now we are going to see what becomes of Portugal after Ronaldo is left. Because we knew Portugal before Ronaldo. And now we are going to watch Portugal after Ronaldo.
Okay.
Of course, everybody will be watching.
Okay.
That is when we will realize that, if we had pushed this man a little, even in his old age, we could have gotten our hand on the World Cup. These players, we are here. Nathan, we will all see. They think they are doing Ronaldo. He's being selfish. He's following self-glory and all that. Messi fans, they have every right to celebrate because nobody wants competition. So when you go to a point your competitor is going and it's falling flat, you have to celebrate. But they should minimize the mimicking they are putting us through. We are okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Nathan.
All right, thank you. Oh, Lord Jesus Christ. It's really interesting. Guys, is Coach Danso ready? Okay, Coach will join us in a second. Let me take this caller.
Later. The thing take critical.
Charlie.
It's a critical. Hey.
Hi.
Later. Yeah, later.
Why? How many times will you call?
Oh, this is my second time.
No, look, you are not even shy to. This is my second time.
Let's be honest to ourselves. I don't get it when they say how you call it, the players to fight and push Ronaldo. Are the players not also fighting for themselves? Are they not fighting for their career?
Yeah.
So what is this thing about me fighting for Ronaldo?
Okay, all right. It's okay.
No, Nathan, see.
It's okay.
People are talking out of emotions. Anyway, telling you don't use emotions to talk like this. Too. The fact is that you got cheap nature. Mm-hmm. That's the fact. See, Ronaldo made this Portuguese team look useless.
Okay.
They should not this year.
Okay, it's okay. You relax.
They should not this year.
Okay, you all right. I knew that once Immortal said we should open phone lines for Ronaldo, this would happen. I knew it. 8:54. Let me look. You can also send us your comment 054-257-1061. Let me take this caller. Hello. Okay. Hey, let me take this caller. Hello,
Nathan.
Yes.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Nathan, my name is Philip.
Your name is? Philip.
Yes.
Okay, where are you calling us from, Philip?
I'm calling from Wida.
Okay.
All right, so Nathan, I'm sure you are very familiar with this thing. You see, as you lay your bed, so will you lie on it.
Yes.
Yes, Ronaldo and his fans, they lay their bed. Please, they set up the entire bed, let them lay on it. You see, the trolling and things they are going through is because of some of the utterances Ronaldo has been making.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, he said that he doesn't need to win a 7-game tournament to be regarded as one of the greatest. He said that right after Messi has won the World Cup, imagine if you were a Messi fan, how would you feel then? Downplay another man's own achievement just to glorify yourself. That is one. How would your teammates feel? You see, his own teammates, right after they lost the match against Spain, he said that before Ronaldo came into Portugal had 0 trophies. Now they have 3. So now he considers himself as the individual who won Portugal all these trophies.
Okay.
But when you go into all these trophies, he did not really play a major role. Yes, he was part of the team.
Okay.
But there were individuals who really fought hard and played major roles to make sure Portugal win this trophy.
Oh, but Ronaldo played major roles. I mean, for example, in the Euros, he scored, got them to a final. He got injured. The Nations League, I think he scored in the most recent final. So he did contribute, right? He contributed.
Well, I'm not talking about contribution. He did not even win the overall tournament player. It was won by someone else, Fernando Silva.
Okay. Please wrap it up. Please wrap it up for me. Yeah.
I'm wrapping it up, but my point is, he has not shown much gratitude to all these individuals. He has almost all the time shown that he looks up.
Okay. Hello? Okay, all right. We lost that caller. All right, this is still the Sporty Breakfast. Immortal, do we have... Okay, all right. So you stop the call so we can speak with... Okay, all right. Okay, so my producer says, okay, let's pause the calls for now because we have to do an interview. Okay, so we'll do that interview. We'll bring Coach Danso, and then a little later, if there's time, we can take some more calls. I'm sure people want to say things, right? People want to get the whole thing just hilarious. Anyway, 8:58. This is still the Sporty Breakfast. You can send us a comment 054-257-1061 054-257-1061. This is the Sporty Breakfast. We'll get into our tactical session with Coach Danso in a bit. But Yes, I think we have Jan Pofwankra is joining us on the line. He's the DG of the NSA. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, Nathan. Good morning. Good morning.
How are you doing, Yao?
I'm doing great. Enjoying the World Cup in Ghana.
Okay. We called it this morning because I just wanted some clarity on some images and videos I've seen making the rounds on social, and I just want to understand what exactly is happening. So, first question: can you confirm or otherwise the pictures and videos I've seen of workers working at a place that some people say is the Baba Yara Stadium? They are working on the grass and all of that. Is that the case, Yao?
Hi again, Nathan. Thanks. I actually didn't want to talk on this matter, but out of respect for you and your media outfit, I think it's important to have clarity. Yes, I also chanced upon the video. Actually, was sent to me yesterday by a few people, and then I saw it quite rapidly going viral. I've contacted the regional director, and she's confirmed it's a video somebody has taken, not her staff. I'm sure somebody from outside came that video some days ago, a couple of weeks ago, perhaps it was, when they were midway through rehabilitation of the grass. So those it being put in media, but it was definitely not coming from the Ashanti NSA. Somebody from outside came and took it, and I'm sure because of the manner in which they were working, it has really, got a lot of people talking and discussions, as you and I are talking this morning.
Yeah, that's why. So I just want to find out, this is what, in preparation for the upcoming football season and other assignments, I'm assuming.
So a few weeks ago, the discussions, and it's not restricted to the Baba Yara Stadium. The actors always have a post-season, even if there are no matches being played there. They have a schedule and a calendar of rehabilitation, and it's also not restricted to the pitch. There are several aspects of stadium maintenance. And what they do is they send their proposals. If they need funding, we try to help from headquarters. If funding is not available, we try to get support from district assemblies or the regions, whatever it is. And the Ashanti Regional Directorate of the NSA, they started this with a very positive proposal to get to the root cause of the thing of a pitch is feeding, watering. It's very easy and very simple and very ignorant for anybody to get up and say, oh my God, what are they doing? All they have to do is to weed and mow, and that is it. But it doesn't work like that. It's a very technical, very complex, very difficult, because these are playing fields and they're used for high-level, intense sporting activity. So phase one of the pre-rehabilitation works on the Baba Yara Sports Stadium meant that they had to literally pluck the weeds out one by one, something that they've said they've not done in the past. They do it generally, and after a couple of months or less, the invasion of weeds returns, and it's a problem. And that's why you see the patches dark green, sometimes brown. It's very aggressive attack. They even call it disease, but you wouldn't know this if you're not on the grounds working with them. So I said, go ahead and do what you have to do. So I gave the green light for them to do that. The issue is the manner and the method they used.
Yeah.
For me, I don't have a problem with it, as long as we're going to get results. The problem is that somebody took a video and it's gone viral. There are two questions here. One, have they broken any rules? Do they have the modern tools that other countries use, thousands of dollars, sometimes millions? If you check currently what the Ivorians, they employed for the AFCON, in Ivory Coast. I don't have the records of Morocco, but I can speak to of Ivory Coast. It was intense. It was necessary for that investment. We don't have that. It is a paper that we have put together, presented to the ministry. We've got now a maintenance unit for the first time, which wasn't there. We've got estates, but there was no deliberate maintenance unit. So gradually, the regions are beginning to be more, I wouldn't say independent, but more proactive. We're giving them that sort of, encouragement that let's come together and see what we can do. So by any means necessary, as long as we are within the remit of doing the right thing, we don't break any rules, and it's safe, go ahead and do it. So that is what happened a few weeks ago. And so a few days ago, this video comes out, or yesterday, that's when I first saw it.
Yeah.
That's the genesis of the whole thing. But for me, it's about making sure that in 5, 6, maybe 8 weeks, we have a better grass than we did last season. And this is based on reports, advice, and directions from the horticultural department of the University of the KNUST rather, and the estates and the head of the Ashanti Regional NSA. And I was very impressed by what they proposed, and I gave them the go ahead. That's the genesis of the works that they are doing. But today, if you go there, they've moved on, and you begin to see the green slowly coming up in patches. It will take time. It's ugly, it's dirty, it's cumbersome, it's difficult, it's arduous, it's very difficult, very hard, and you need time and dedication. But in a few weeks, when it's ready, when it's done, I'm sure people will go back and say, why did we make so much noise about nothing?
Well, okay, so you touched on the equipment or the implements. That would have been my other question. I wanted to ask, could there have been a different way to do it? Could they have used a bit more advanced equipment? But you've explained that there's a lack of it. Okay, let's move on. I just want to ask, I know that for many, many years, Green Grass Technology was the entity that the NSA would usually task to handle these things. Is Green Grass Technology still in charge of working on pitches to ensure that they are in good condition? What's the status of Green Grass Technology, i.e., or in relation to grassing of pitches, maintenance, and all of that at our various stadia in the country?
Excellent. So Green Grass Technology is currently engaged to work on the Accra Sports Stadium. In fact, when I assumed office, the contract had expired, and due to I would say outstanding issues and legalities, procurement, we said, you know what, let's work on a contract basis as we go along. Let's finish with the World Cup qualifiers, because if you remember, Nathan, the Accra Sports Stadium was not playable. It was not a pitch that could have hosted World Cup matches, but we quickly had to work on it, and we just about escaped and got away with the first game until there was improvements for the second and third matches. And since then, there's been a formula where at least we have stability. We should have that across the regions. But because of this new proposal where we want to have the maintenance department spread across the regions and make sure that it is consistent and it's sustainable, we don't want to rush into anything we cannot sustain. If funding is not available, then of course we have reached out to corporate Ghana. Discussions are ongoing with a number of entities to ensure that going forward, whether we get funding from state or not, we have a sinking fund, a consistent fund that will be able to sustain not just one stadium, but at least 4. So we have at least 4 world-class pitches. At any given time, we can have that. But this is an NSA challenge, which we've identified. It's something that we have to deal with, and we're dealing with it. I think going back to your question as to could it have been done in a nicer way? Could we have had better tools? We're working with what we have, and we've made positive strides to acquire some high-tech equipment, and this will take time. It's through the corporate, level, and we're hoping to have that soon. It hasn't arrived, but it's a process that we have to go through. In the meantime, we're doing what we can. And this advice from the regional directorate of the NSA to me was positive, and I gave them the green light. How they did it obviously may not be pretty, but this is what has to be done to ensure that we have solid green grass, better than we did last season at the Babayara Sports Stadium.
Okay, let's talk about the Accra Sports Stadium, your seat of office. You are there every day. Where are we in terms of the Accra Sports Stadium playing surface? What work has been done? And I'm particularly interested in the state of the floodlights. How prepped are they for upcoming assignments? I know there are AFCON qualifiers. Ghana Premier League will soon start. Where are we in terms of the Accra Sports Stadium?
The Accra Sports Stadium is, should I use the word, breaking up? Yes. I don't want to cause fear and panic, but it must be said in plain and simple English. The stadium is in a very terrible state. And it's not about painting. It's not about fixing bits of wood here, upholstery. It's not about, tightening screws. This is a stadium that was built over a couple of decades ago. We've had renovation works. We have had rehabilitation. We've had quite a lot of interventions, especially when there is a major championship, whether it's football or otherwise. Then we get aggressive, we get active, we get serious in putting things right. After that, it's back to, factory settings. And this has been a cycle that hasn't worked. And that's one of the reasons why we've put together this maintenance department. There was a review and a tour of the entire facility just 2 weeks ago with a French company that has come through. The Ministry of Sports and Recreation is privy to this. The report should be ready any moment from now. It could be today, it could be this week, and they will tell us the true state of the Accra Sports Stadium. They will tell us, this report will tell us whether we need to close down the stadium for a few weeks or a few months or a year, and the extent of work that needs to be done, the steelworks, the floodlights, as you mentioned, the pitch. What we have done at the NSA is to propose regrassing, new floodlights, new state-of-the-art scoreboard. But Nathan, it's about funding. So I can talk, I can request, I can do all that needs to be done. But if we don't have funding, whether from corporate, whether from international partnerships or from states, nothing is going to happen. And I don't think, and let me be just, for the records, where we are now, I don't think we can host the African Cup of Nations unless, I'm talking about the under-20, unless we start work immediately.
Okay. You mentioned funding. It's the last thing I'll touch on. I read a story this morning attributed to you, and you can confirm or deny, where you were talking about the sports fund and access to the sports fund, and the fact that, money from the fund or money from Ghana's World Cup participation, let me put it that way, money from Ghana's World Cup participation, you believe should come in. So is that correct? Did you actually talk about that?
You're absolutely spot on. Okay. And I would take us back a bit to 2006. The World Cup in 2006, where Mr. Anthony Barfo, one of the founders of the PFAG, Professional Footballers Association of Ghana, at the time, Kwesi Nyantakyi made him the international relations, was it officer or director of the Black Stars, if you may recall, because of his relations with Germany, and of course, it made sense. And I do recall the beginning of a conversation, which basically summarized was that after this World Cup and going forward, we should look at improving football, whether it's the footballers, whether it is it's our pitches, whether it is training, whether it's an academy. And this is something that Kwesi Nyantakyi was very much in favor of. I was part of that discussion. It wasn't an official setting, but this was something very positive that was being brought to the fore. Unfortunately, we didn't have any further, follow-up, apart from the fact that the PFAG went on to become very strong, very respected, recognized body that is looking after the interests of footballers, retired and playing. The other side, when you talk about infrastructure, our pitches included, a football academy, for example, all these things, research and training center. We have not done that. And it's been 20 years. So for me, I would hold myself responsible because I was part of that conversation, albeit a young journalist who was just excited at going to his first World Cup. What has happened since? 20 years later, we're still talking about using hose, cutlasses, and our bare hands to uproot weeds because we've not done our homework. And I'm not blaming anyone. I'm saying that all of us must really take a critical look at where we are and say that, look, we've come this far, we've not done the right thing, it's not too late. We can do that. 2%, 5%, 10%, whatever it is, must go into our investing in football. And that could be our pitches, as I said, it could be for research, a football academy. It takes time, but we need to start that somewhere and have the conversation, or let's start beyond the conversations we've been having.
Okay. Your predecessor, Professor Chumesi, in 2022, and I'm reading a story where he was advocating that the NSA wanted $2 million from what Ghana earned from the last World Cup. I want to ask, would you want to move that? Would you want to take a step further than just asking for? Would you want to present a strong argument, a cogent argument to the ministry to try and get a portion of that money? What are your plans? Because you've highlighted the need, which is true, but what concrete steps will you take to ensure that money will actually come through so we can have world standard facilities so we all enjoy?
That's perfect, Nathan. I think the conversation now moves to actualizing this practical and maybe, for want of a better, common sense approach, which is that if we don't have funds, it's very tasking. We've just had a major national disaster of flooding, the health issues, security, education. So we need to also be honest and ask ourselves, where does sport, and in this case football, sit in the national agenda? And if we're happy, we're delirious, the energy of winning a match or getting a good result at a World Cup is priceless. You cannot put value on it. You cannot cost it. If that is the case, maybe we should do more to say, okay, we don't have $100 million like the Moroccans to invest. We don't have $5 million like Cape Verde invested a few years ago, and I'm sure by now they would raise that to $20 million. We're seeing the results, but it has to start, and it's going to be very stakeholders. It's going to be very transparent, and we've got to decide that the Ministry of Sports and Recreation must be in a discussion, leading it. National Sports Authority, we manage all these facilities. The regional directors and their staff on the ground, they've suffered a lot, many years, and they've come under a lot of criticism because they simply don't have the tools to work with. The capacity is just not there. We need to start that. The sports fund, thankfully, is now in place, and it's something that we should also credit the current sports minister, Honorable Kofi Adams, for pushing, doing so well to make sure that it is passed by Parliament. It is activated now. So now the conversation is priority. What do we do with what we have immediately that would tackle some of these challenges that we have? Nathan, we shouldn't be crying and complaining about pitches. I mean, we've been to the World Cup 5 times and we don't have a world-class standard football pitch. This is not an NSA problem. This is a national issue that. So when we decide to attack the NSA or even me, that's fine, but it doesn't solve the problem. So I'm happy we're having this discussion in the morning, and we need to move to the next level and say, what are we going to do about it? Not just for this year, not just for the qualifiers, but long term, and have people in charge responsible for ensuring that all our pitches across Ghana are at the standard that we should all be proud of.
Okay, just finally, I'm just curious. How much do you think would be substantial enough to help the NSA, or how do I even say it, upgrade the facilities? Your predecessor, Professor Chumesi, said $2 million was fine. So if the NSA were giving $2 million, would it be okay, or you need a bit more from the World Cup funds to, plug all the holes and get things going?
Well, the recent tour, the facility, tour, which was completed, would tell us exactly what we need and where we are. So I wouldn't want to jump, go ahead of myself. Let's wait for the report, and then it's not only about the pitch. The pitch or the pitches are one, is one area. It's a whole conversation. It's a whole structural. There are so many challenges. So to say X amount might not do justice to the actual work that needs to be done. So let's be patient. I'm sure in the next few days that report would come. And indeed, Nathan, in the next few days we will know our fates, because the experts, the engineers, they will decide our fates. It's not myself, not the media, with all due respect, not the GFA, not the ministry, not the NSA. We may want to host the under 20 AFCON, but if the experts come in and tell us, look, you guys need to do A, B, C, D, it will take you 8 months, 10 months. We cannot jump that. We cannot skip it. It has to be done. So for now, fingers crossed, we're hoping that the report will not be so demanding of changes that would take us such a long time. If it is, we have to do it. We don't have a choice. We have to do the work and then prepare to host any other tournament that comes along.
All right, yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time. We know you're quite busy, but you've given us some time and we appreciate it. Enjoy the day, and I'm sure we'll speak soon.
Thank you very much, Nathan. Much respect.
All right. That was Jan Pofrankra, DG of the NSA. So we touched on a number of things. The said videos, pictures going viral and all of that. But listen, see. The facilities have to be improved. That's a fact. And you heard him say that if we don't improve it, we can't even host the under 20 AFCON. That's an under 20 AFCON. Imagine if we are struggling to get ready for an under 20 AFCON. Do you think we'll be able to host a full-blown AFCON here? Question for you. Your comments are welcome. 054-257-1061. 054-257-1061. This is the Sporty Breakfast. We are live on X at SportyFM_. We're on Instagram at SportyFM_. We're on Facebook at SportyFM. All right, class is in session. The teacher has arrived. Let us all sit up and focus. The TA is also here, about to move the slides. As for my classmates there, at the end of the term, we'll see where they will place. They won't come to class. Governor, those ones are in my class, they say they won't come to class. So it's fine. We know we will go to class. Let me welcome Coach Kwabena Danso. Coach Kwabena Danso is joining us. Coach, good morning. How are you?
Yeah, good morning, Nathan. I'm very well, and you?
I'm fine. Last night I was watching La Roja. I was watching La Roja. And as the game kept going, I kept thinking about Coach. I was Coach is probably watching. Maybe he's nervous. Maybe he's concerned.
Yes. Especially in the first half when Mikel Oyarzabal missed that set. I was like, Oyarzabal, come on. But you see, it's all good. Now Spain, we've qualified to the next round of and we are going to play against Belgium.
Okay.
Easy match for La Roya.
Hey.
Easy match for Spain.
I like your confidence.
Yeah. Easy match for Spain.
Let's get into the game yesterday.
Yes.
Only one goal settled it.
Yeah. Very tight game.
Yes. I just was looking at it casually without my trained eyes. I noticed Spain were not as fluid as they would have wanted
to be.
And especially in the final third, I noticed that they were not coordinated. Things were not coming off. And going back to the things you've taught us about qualitative, what do you call it? Superiority. I noticed that they really couldn't win the 1v1, especially Lamine Yamal. He didn't have a good day in terms of the 1v1s. And it had to, De La Fuente had to keep shaking things up until he found.
Yeah, yesterday he changed a lot of things, and eventually one of them worked, and that's good coaching. You see, Nathan, before we get into the tactical analysis of the game, I would want us to analyze this data.
Okay, for our viewers, Fly, I'm sure the thing is on.
Yeah,
for our viewers, you can tune in and watch the screen. Coach Danso has some very interesting data. Football pitches put into little squares and rectangles, heat maps, passing networks, and all, just to further explain. So for our listeners, I'll try and guide you through.
So let's begin with Portugal. Then from there, we'll get to Spain. I would like us to analyze this data because, you see, tactical analysis, most often than not, goes with data analysis.
Yes.
Most often than not, it goes with data analysis. So at times,
data analysis can also not be alone. It has to go with something. So data
has to go with something.
Exists in context.
That is the point.
So back in the day, I mean, I'm very interested in data, and I was talking to, and I made a certain point, and the person said, for all you know, there could be reasons for this and that. That is the nuance
that is
we
the
need
point.
to attach to
that
data.
That is the point. Anyway. So I would like us to start with this data analysis. From there, we will get to the tactical analysis of the game. If after the analytical session we have some small time, I have a video here for you.
Hey, really?
Yes, Ellen Haaland's training.
I see.
I want us to see how he trains as a center forward. We will understand why he scores, those goals that all the time he scores.
Okay.
Now, this is Portugal, and then their passing network.
Yes.
You see, passing network, the last time I explained it here, is very, very, very important in football because it helps you to understand a lot of things. Now, looking at this, the highest number of passes for Portugal is Renato Veiga, 54.
Yes. The center back.
The highest centrality is Renato Veiga. The highest ST, expected threat, is Joao Felix. That is it for Portugal. Now, look at Spain. The highest number of passes, Rodri.
I'm not surprised.
Highest centrality, Rodri. Highest XT, expected threat, Lamine Yamal.
Okay.
So now look at these two things, Nathan. As the highest because in football, centrality speaks a lot. In fact, centrality is telling you who is the most influential person in their game, who they are possessing centers around, who connects all the dots. For Portugal, it was a center back, Renato Veiga. For Spain, it was a midfielder, Rodri. But for Portugal, they have Vitinha, who can do this.
Yes.
But it was Renato Veiga. Now let's get into their passing network. This speaks a lot. Now for a line to be constructed to join two dots here, the minimum requirement is just 5 passes. Nathan, the minimum is just 5 passes. So
for every green, so for listen, if you are not watching, there's a certain passing network that coach has brought of Portugal. What does the passing network mean? It means that the flow of passes, how did Portugal pass? And it tells you what they were doing on the pitch. Now, according to this, the key is that now the passing network has green lines. The Portuguese players are in red dots. Now, for a line to show up on this chart, a minimum of 5 passes
between those
players must have happened. Okay, the deeper the line, the higher the number of passes
between them.
Yes, the fainter the line, the lower the number of passes. But the passes do not go below 5. So 5 is the base.
That's the point. And at this point, let's still invite our listeners to join us on our socials.
Please join the stream on YouTube and Facebook so you can get a better appreciation.
Now, so this is it. So the list should be 5 passes. Now let's look at this very well. Have you seen that Cristiano Ronaldo is left alone here?
Yes.
There's no line from any player connecting to Cristiano Ronaldo. It means that there's no player in the Portuguese team who gave 5 or more passes to Cristiano Ronaldo. Just 5 passes.
You excite the callers. The people believe that Portugal players were sabotaging Ronaldo.
Oh, to be very honest, I don't think it's sabotage. To be very, very honest with you, I don't think it's sabotage. Now, let's look at this. Nathan, Bruno Fernandes, total passes to Cristiano Ronaldo, 0. Bruno is their number 10.
Yes.
Ronaldo is their number 9. From the layman's view, means that the number 10 must set, the number 9 with a lot of good passes. But passes from Bruno to Ronaldo, 0. Joao Cancelo and then Nuno Mendes. These guys are the fullbacks for Portugal. And in modern day football, most of the time the fullbacks will join, they will send in crosses and targeting their number 9. Passes from Cancelo to Ronaldo, 0. Passes from Nuno Mendes to Ronaldo, 0. Okay, Nuno Mendes was injured in the first half. Nelson Semedo replaced him. So let's check the passes from Nelson Semedo to Cristiano Ronaldo, 0. So both of the fullbacks, including the one who came from the bench, Nelson Semedo, their total passes to their number 9, Ronaldo, 0. Not even one pass.
Why, coach? Why?
Let me finish with this. I'll explain it for you. Bernardo Silva, Rafael Leao, Conceição, these were, the attacking midfielders or the attacking forwards who joined the game.
Yeah.
Their total passes to Cristiano Ronaldo, Bernardo, Rafael Leao, Conceição, 0. Vitinha gave 1 pass to Ronaldo. Vitinha, 1. Joao Neves, 1 pass. Diogo Dalot, 1 pass to Ronaldo. The only players who gave Ronaldo 2 passes, 1, Pedro Neto, and then Joao Felix. So the highest in terms of passes that Ronaldo received from a player is 2.
Okay.
It's 2. For the rest of them, most of them, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
The Ronaldo people will say that they said it. They said it. But I'm sure there's a reason.
Oh, yeah, definitely. There's a reason. Now, looking at why this happened, it happened not because they decided not to pass to Ronaldo, but because Portugal lacks that cohesion and chemistry. And let me show you this thing. Now, Nathan, let's look at here. This is Pedro Neto.
Yes.
And Joao Cancelo.
Yes.
They are playing the same wing.
Yes.
They did not share 5 passes between them. They are on the same line.
Fullback and
his winger. They did not even give 5 passes.
They didn't play 5 passes.
5 passes
to each other.
So how can this fullback give Ronaldo a pass if this winger didn't give him 5? So the problem is not about sabotaging Ronaldo. It's about their teamwork, their automatisms, their connections, their chemistry, cohesion within themselves. It's not there.
And who do we blame?
The manager.
Roberto Martinez.
The manager. Now,
how?
This is a fullback. This is his winger on the same line. They did not share 5 passes together. 5. So how can the fullback give Ronaldo 5 passes? If the winger on the same line did not give him 5 passes, how can he go and give Ronaldo 5 passes? And look at this is the highest centrality in your team, Renato Vieira. Because you could see he was connecting with Mendes, with Vitinha, with Ruby, and with his goalkeeper. So if you are analyzing it, he had 1, 2, 3, 4 players that, But with all this, it is not progressive. Look at the map. It is just inside his own half. So it means that your player with the highest centrality did not even make a lot of progressive passes. So how can you create quality chances from this? So the Portuguese team and their problems, as I said, I wouldn't shift it to they are sabotaging Ronaldo. No, because even amongst themselves, come on the same line, they were not doing it. Now Pedro Neto, this is a winger to his number 9. There's no line. Another winger here, even the number 10 drifted there to his number 9. There's no line. Vitinha to his number 9. There's no line. So it means that if you are Cristiano Ronaldo, you'll be left alone there. And this is one of the problems of the Portuguese national team. To get a line in terms of this passing network, Nathan, we just need 5 passes or 5. But no connection to Cristiano Ronaldo. Now let's look at, this map for Spain. Now look at the map of Spain and compare it with the first one that we were looking for.
They have more chemistry.
That is the point.
The network is fuller because
they are networking,
connecting to almost everybody. The only person he didn't pass directly to was Lamine Yamal.
Yeah. Other than that, all of them connected. And with this, can you see their number 9? No, he's inside. Oyarzabal is inside here playing. But with Portugal, they will let Ronaldo stay here because Ronaldo cannot be moving inside and doing those things. If Oyarzabal had decided to stay up as Ronaldo did, probably it would have been a similar instance. But with this, he was moving, and that is why for Spain they need a mobile center forward. They need a center forward who will be heavily involved in the game. So this is the passing network of the Spanish team. And to me, Nathan, comparing this to what the Portuguese team, offered us at this point in time, not even 5 passes amongst them. Come on. It's not acceptable. Now let's get into the tactical analysis of the game. Sake of the time, let's move a little quicker. Now we'll be, focusing first on the pressing of both sides.
Okay.
The pressing. So let's start with the pressing shape of Portugal, and then from there we go with the pressing of La Roya, Spain. Now in the game, Portugal started the game with a hybrid press, and at a point, I was looking at how successful they will be with it. And to be very honest with you, on this matter, let me praise their manager. He did well.
Okay.
To me, at this World Cup, will you believe it if I tell you that Cristiano Ronaldo's best game out of possession was against Spain?
Wow.
Yes.
His best game
out of possession, it was against Spain. He was positionally disciplined in terms of their out of possession structure. And this is what happened. Now, the manager gave Ronaldo one task. All the time, block this passing lane, be on Aymeric Laporte so that Pau Kubasi will be free. Don't press it because obviously Ronaldo cannot press. But just block this passing lane. Just be here. Once you are here, Spain is definitely going to give the ball to Pau and not Aymeric Laporte. And I will explain why they decided to do that. So they went with the hybrid press. The midfield was more of a man-to-man, but the other parts of the game were not man-to-man, and that's why I'm saying that they went with a hybrid press. So for them, now this is it. For the midfield, more or less a one man-to-man, more or less a man-to-man. Bruno, Joao Neves, Vitinha, on Pedri, Rodri, and then Dani Olmo. So more or less a man-to-man. Ronaldo will be here on Aima, and that will mean that if you are a goalkeeper, Unai Simon, this guy here is free. And Nathan, let me tell you this. Yeah, Pau Kubasi will be free. With pressing, if you want to see if a team has gone full man-to-man or a hybrid, most of the time you look at the back line, the defensive line. Mm-hmm. If there is a +1 on their defensive line, it means that they've not gone full man-to-man.
Of course.
Because you cannot go a full man-to-man
and have a spare.
A spare.
Yes. If you go man-to-man, everybody,
yes.
Okay.
So most of the time we look at the defensive line, and that helps us to know it. So looking here, we can see Ruben Diaz being a free man here. And that means that since he is a centre-back, now as another centre-back of Spain will also be free. And that was Pau Kubasi. So Portugal's idea was simple. Why must Ronaldo be here and not here? Nathan, have you asked yourself that question?
Yes.
Why must Ronaldo be on Aymeric Laporte and not on Pau Kubasi? Because these two guys, they are all ball playing centre-backs. Let's not say that, okay, Ronaldo be here because Pau Kubasi cannot play with the ball. No, he can play. So why must Ronaldo be here on Laporte to make Pau Kubasi free? The reason was very simple. Once Pau Kubasi is free, it means that Pau Kubasi will put the ball at his favorite foot, which is the right foot. And who is there? Lamine Yamal. So intentionally, they wanted to give the ball to Lamine. Why? Because they trusted the ability of Nuno Mendes. And that is why after the game, the Portuguese coach said Lamine Yamal did not cause them any problems. Why did he say that? Because intentionally, they decided to tax Ronaldo to stay on Aymeric Laporte for Pau Kubasi to be free and let Pau Kubasi give the ball to Lamine Yamal. Why? Because they studied and analyzed and saw that, Nathan, whenever Pau Kubasi has the ball, switching from this right side to the left side, he doesn't like it. It is true. Pau Kubasi switching from this side to that side, he doesn't like it. He likes, these passes and then the passes sideways. But switching from right to left, he doesn't really like it. So if we block Aymeric Laporte and makes Pau Kubasi free, it means that he's going to the right side. And who is there? It is Lamine Yamal. So they trusted the 1v1 ability of Nuno Mendes. And to me, yesterday, before his injury, Lamine was off. Even after the injury, Lamine did not really give us that Lamine vibes. And Nuno Mendes really did a very, very good work on Lamine Yamal. And you see, the good thing is that once Nuno is able to nick the ball off Lamine, it means that now he can join the attack of the Portuguese team.
Yeah.
So this setup from the Portuguese team is semi-defensive, semi-offensive. Why? Because once Nuno Mendes wins the ball from Lamine, now you must join the attack of the Portuguese team. Just that if you could recall in the first half, he won the ball, joined the attack on one occasion, and then it was, the ball became a counter attack, and that was the shot that Lamine Yamal, played, and then the goalkeeper saved it. I think he did a double save because the ball eventually fell to Alex Baena, who also sent it. And from that point, Nuno Mendes decided not to go forward again because he felt that, I went once and left Lamine free, and Lamine was, he nearly punished us. So this is the pressing structure of the Portuguese team. But Nathan, let's look at this. I have some images here that I would want to share. Now, this first one is, the man-to-man in terms of the midfield. As I told you, Vitinha on Rodri, Neves on Pedri, Olmo on Bruno. But you see, the good thing with this man-to-man of Portugal was that they did not specifically say this player always be on that player. The most important thing is that the three-man midfield of Spain, our three-man midfield, you must occupy them. So at times, Neves will be on Olmo, no problem. At times, even Bruno, who in this image is on Olmo, can be on Rodri, no problem. So the most important thing is that man-to-man in terms of the midfielders do that. Now, for Spain, with their pressing shape, yesterday I said that at this World Cup, in terms of counter-pressing, Spain is the best team. And it showed once again yesterday. Now, this is us at the second minute in the game. Us at minute 2. And now, Spain lost possession to, Portugal. But let's look at how quickly they were running back to counter-press. And this is one of the things that makes Spain, very, very good at this World Cup. Yesterday in the game, they considered only 2 shots on target. Let's not forget 2.
Wow.
Yes. So it means that now 5 shots on target in 5 games. So averagely 1 shot on target per game for Spain. And in the games that they've played, they've kept clean sheets. They've not considered even a single goal at this World Cup. So defensively, they are very good. But most of the time we say it, that defense doesn't start in your defensive half. No. Defending doesn't start in your 18-yard box. No. It starts in your offensive half. Once you lose the ball, that is the point where you start defending. And this is how Spain does it. They use their counter-pressing a lot. And with this ball, as I said, they counter-pressed here. And then you see, they were able to win this ball. And from a defensive position, they turned this ball into an offensive position. And that is one of the very good things for the Spanish national team. But in the game, there was one thing that a player was constantly doing. That even in the first half, when I was watching it, I was like, if Spain pays attention to this and the movement of this Portuguese player, they are going to punish the Portuguese team. And that is Ruben Dias. His movement, his jumping was not calculated. Let's say it. And it wasn't only for the goal. I'll analyze it. We will see for the goal, the mistake that he did. But Nathan, even before the goal, he was doing it. He was doing it. Now this is, check the time, 5 minutes. So at 5 minutes in the game, this is Ruben Dias who had decided to jump on Mikel Oyarzabal. And with this, it means that he has left this space here. Now that was 5 minutes.
If Spain had a runner, if somebody did a run from deep,
it means
that spot and the pass had found the person,
that player would have been free.
Yeah.
Now this is us at the 14th minute. So once again in the first half, Oyarzabal, who is this? Ruben Dias. So jumping, not calculating it and jumping forward. He was making that mistake, as early as the first half. But the Spanish team saw it, as you said. At that point, there were no runners in behind, so no problem. But you see, Nathan, in football, before you decide to jump as a center back, before you decide to jump from your defensive line, there are some of the things that you must look out for. Before you decide to jump, you don't just jump. No, it's not accepted. The first one, availability of defensive cover. Now you want to jump, but before you jump, ask yourself, do I have defensive cover? Are there secondary defenders who can really cover me and balance the defensive line? So if you want to jump, you don't just decide to jump. No, you must first look at your surroundings. Check if you have what we call the defensive cover, so that whenever you jump, they will cover that space that you've left. That is the first thing that you must look out for. Now the second one is the pressing triggers. Why are you jumping? Is it because you've seen a pressing trigger? Because you see, the pressing triggers are the cues to jump. One of them, a player receiving with the weaker foot. Once you see that it's a pressing trigger, you can jump. One of them, a back pass. Once you see it's a back pass, now yes, you can jump forward. One of them, a sideways pass. Because you see, these passes, they are in terms of edge. They don't really carry a higher edge, a back pass, a sideways passes. They don't really carry, a higher edge as compared to a forward pass. So these are some of the pressing triggers that you must try and see before you decide to jump. Again, do I have support from my midfielders? Nathan, before you jump, it's very, very important for you to analyze the shape of your midfield. Are they in a good shape? Because if they're in a good shape, but an opponent has decided to slip out in between the midfield line and then the defensive line, with that you can jump and cover that player. But if your midfield line in itself is disjointed, don't jump, rather call them, speak to them, don't jump, because the midfield line is disjointed. So if you also jump from your defensive line, it means that now your defensive line will be broken, your midfield line already is disjointed. And that is a problem. And then the last thing is the technical skill and then the body shape of the opponent. You want to jump. Have you analyzed the body shape of the opponent? Is the back facing goal? Because if his back is facing goal, it means that if you jump, he cannot score. He must take at least 1, 2, 3 touches before he can turn.
Yeah.
Do you know the technical skill of the opponent? There are some players you can decide to jump on them because technically they are not very good. They will need like 5, 6 touches, like Lukaku. But there are players who will just need 1 touch, 2 touches. So for those players, jumping on them is very, very risky. For Spain, for a Spanish player who is a professional, forget about where he plays and what.
His
technique, his technical ability, trust me,
it's very good.
For a Spanish player, trust me. So these are some of the things that you must analyze before you decide to jump. Now let's look at the goal that the Spanish team scored. This is Ruben Diaz. This is Ferran Torres. Now first, let's look at the midfield line of Portugal. From here, we can see the defensive line. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is Joao Felix, who had decided to join because of Marco Correa coming forward. But if you look at this midfield, it means that they are not in line. Why? Because I told you in the present structure of Portugal that their midfielders were going man to man. So if you look at this, Bernardo Silva, who had come in, was looking at Fabian Ruiz. Now Bruno Fernandes was looking at Rodri, and then Joao Neves was looking at Mikel Merino. So for their midfielders, as I said, man to man, they were doing the same thing. So it means that your midfield line is disjointed. They are moving in relation to the opponent. Because if you play with a man to man, you don't decide your line. The opponent decides it. Let me say this, because you are marking me. So wherever I move, you are going to follow.
Oh, I get you.
Do you get it?
I get you. So
yeah.
the player being marked or the team being marked will determine your line for you.
Your line.
Because my movement is dependent on you. If
That
you
is the
move,
point.
I move. So wherever I go,
Yes,
you are following.
me.
So if I'm pulling the defensive line out of shape, there's nothing you can do.
Because you are going a man to man.
Yes, because we are doing man to man.
That is the point.
Yeah.
So this is it. This is just before the pass which brought about the goal. Now let's look at the second one. At this point, let's analyze the body shape of Ferran Torres. Now with this body shape, have you seen that he's slightly tilted?
Yes.
He's not fully, playing with his back to go.
Yes. So that is clearly telling me that he's not going to play a back pass.
That is the point.
Neither is he playing a bounce pass.
That is the point.
Meaning that he's ready to take a touch and turn. Yes.
So at this point, Ruben Diaz had not yet jumped though. He was still in the defensive line. So if he had considered the factors that I gave, that those are the factors that you must consider before you jump from your defensive line, at this point, Ruben would have maintained this defensive line.
You're right. If he had read the body shape well, he would know that this player is likely to turn. Why should I jump? Because if I jump, he could turn and go past me.
That is it. So you see, watching the game, I said something. Let me repeat it here. I said Portugal's man marking in their midfield worked until it stopped working. It worked until it stopped working.
Okay.
Throughout the game, it was working for them. That is why when you were, beginning your analysis, you said that Spain really did not play.
Yes, I noticed the fluidity wasn't there.
You see, man marking is very, very difficult, I should say it. Whenever you are playing and the opponent decides to man mark you, even if he man marks one player, it's difficult. How much more man marking three midfield? Very, very difficult. But it worked throughout the game until the 91st minute it stopped working. And this is how it stopped working. So this body shape tells us that Ferran Torres is not going to play a bounce pass. And again, if you analyze, the surrounding, since Bruno was going to press Rodri, and there's no other player here, it will be difficult for Ferran Torres to decide to bounce the ball back to Rodri because of the presence of Bruno. So definitely he was always going to take a touch and turn, and that is why I'm saying Ruben Diaz shouldn't have jumped. Now, at this point, this is the ball. See, as the ball was getting closer, have you seen that he was adjusting his body?
Yes.
As the ball was getting closer, he was adjusting his body. And this is the point where Ruben Diaz decided to jump.
He jumped at the wrong time.
The wrong time. So as soon as, he went out of the defensive line, this is Ferran Torres. Now, this is the space that you left. And for Spain, they had Mikel Merino. Have you watched Mikel Merino for Spain?
Yeah.
He gives them very important goals.
Yes.
So in the Euros,
last year
against Germany, 119th minute.
Yes, he scored a header. And Mikel, the other day you even said Mikel Arteta doesn't, the players he brings off the bench, he doesn't call them substitutes.
No.
He calls them closers.
Yeah.
Or finishers.
Finishers. A term he took from rugby. So they come in to finish the game, to close the game for you. And with Mikel Merino, he's very good at doing this. Let's not forget. Was it last season or last 2 seasons when Arsenal played against Real Madrid? When Kai Havertz and all their center forwards were injured, who was playing for them?
Merino played as a 9.
So he has that. If you jump, Ruben Diaz, leaving this space, trust me, Mikel Merino can find this space, can make the movement. And now, Neves, who was initially pressing Mikel Merino, was also caught ball watching. They were all looking at Ferran Torres. And to me, that pass there was a very good one.
I'm curious, coach. Explain something to me. So, you mentioned Neves, right?
Yeah, João Neves.
Sorry. So, as the sequence was happening, I'm trying to remember. So, so in such circumstances, does Mikel Merino know that a pass is likely to come?
Yeah.
So what does he start to make the run?
Okay.
As Ruben Diaz is coming out to press Ferran Torres.
Okay.
Or Ferran Torres. Does he think of, because at this point nothing tells me that Mikel Merino is about
to make
the run.
Yeah.
And for our listeners who are not watching, the Portuguese backline is intact. They have a
very, very
player
intact
in Joao Felix.
Yeah, trying to.
Ferran Torres and Mikel Merino are playing just outside, just approximately around zone 14.
Yeah.
One Portuguese centre back looks like it's Ruben Vega. Renato Vega,
Vega
has somebody by him. So obviously that player is not a recipient of. Ferran Torres can't kill that pass to that guy. He's out. So at this point, it didn't look like there was a problem.
That is the point. Now let me answer your question.
So Mikel Merino. So in such situations, what does he hold his run, hoping that somebody jumps?
If I can get this here, if I can. Okay. Yes, I have this here. I want to use just these two to analyze something for you. Just these two. Let's focus on just these two players. Now, Nathan, in such positions, the most important thing is the body shape of the Portuguese player, the body shape of Mikel Merino. Now, let me even take this. This is Mikel Merino. If you want to make the run here, you must make sure you are ahead, and then the Portuguese player is behind you. Oh. With this shape, even if he's closer to you, don't worry, you are ahead. Once the pass goes in and you decide to go, he will follow you. He will be at your back. So don't make the player here and you be standing here. That is wrong. So let's look at how Mikel Merino did it. Initially he was here, but when the ball got to Ferran Torres, he decided to come here without Neves even noticing. And these are the details. So why did he come here? Because he felt that once he's here, there's that possibility of the center back jumping. So as soon as he jumps, then that space will come and you make this move. So once he moves and you even decide to follow him, can you follow him here?
No, you can't.
So let's look at the image and let's look at their body. The most important thing is that you must always be ahead. Now, where is it? Yes, this is my image. This is Neves. This is Mikel Merino. So you must be ahead. He must be at your back. Once that happens, forget about everything. You can always make that movement. So this is the point where he decided to move, and at this point, his player was left here. He was details. At this point, details really matter. The details. These are the small details that they will teach. These players. They will teach them. They teach them all the time. Details.
At which point in a player's career does he start learning these things? Are these things taught when you are a fully formed player, or they are taught when you are growing up?
For Spain, most of these things when you are growing up. But ideally, this is at the professional level.
Okay.
At the professional. So for the kids, just allow them to play.
Yeah, I know in Spain, for the longest of times, they don't stress children with tactics.
Allow them
they
to
just
play.
Play and play
just
and play for many years until they start to now.
Yeah. So and these are part of the technical abilities of the Spanish players. These are part of that's why I said for a Spanish player, even if he's not getting enough playing time at his club and all that, some of these things it's with them. But look at this pass. This is a pass that Bruno should be playing this pass. That pass from Ferran Torres. If you put Ferran Torres at that position and put Bruno, and you put your life on it, that choose one player to give you that pass, will you choose Ferran Torres?
No. You put your money on Bruno.
On Bruno
to give you the pass.
But it was Ferran Torres who gave it.
But this is a winger/forwards.
Look at the goal he scored against Real Madrid in the Clásico. That pass from Olmo and how Ferran Torres killed that ball. For most players, they'll go with power. For a Spanish player who is playing professional level,
you go with technique.
That is the point for the Spanish. And you see, these are all some of the reasons why I really love Spain. Because watching them, Nathan, to be very honest, I learned a lot. Mm-hmm. I learned a lot watching Spain. I learned a lot from watching Spain. I think this...
Your very good friend, Coach Nimli, too, is a huge follower of the Spanish method.
Wow. That's nice.
He loves the Spanish method.
Yeah, they are good.
Because he says, those are the people training the footballers. You realize that they are very good footballers.
Very, very
technically
good.
sound.
Very, very
tactically brilliant.
Very, very good.
And all of them can do the basics. Very, very, very
You see, was it Johan Cruyff? He said something. I agree perfectly. Football is just about doing the basics. But the most difficult thing to do in football is doing the basics. That is true. That is true. So the last time I was speaking to some players and I told them, in Ghana, if you see that they are hyping a player, hey, pass master, go and ask yourself why. Nathan, you analyze the game. The player that they are hyping, pass master, in terms of total passes, maybe he played 20 passes. But out of 20, 11 were, uncompleted, wrong passes. And out of those that were completed, the reason why they are calling pass master is that he was able to play some 3 long passes. So he was able to switch from the right to left, pass, and hey, pass master. Meanwhile, if you use data to analyze the same player that they are calling pass master, maybe his passing accuracy is 50%, 55%. So how can you be a pass master when your passing accuracy is 55%? Now this season, in this World Cup, for Pau Kubasi, go and check his passing accuracy. Out of over 400 passes, he has missed only 17. Out of over 400 though.
But coach, people will argue that as a centre back, where is he passing? He's passing to his left, his right.
For Spain,
yeah.
As a centre back, one of your duties is to play those line breaking passes for Spain. For Spain. Because most of the time, whenever they decide to build up, the opponent will come and press them. So it means that you must play a pass to break a line.
And defenders are supposed to know how to play
yes,
the line breaking pass. Well, you see, true. I mean, I remember watching Gerard Piqué in his day. Gerard Piqué was a fantastic passer. Not only in the back line, but anytime he went up the pitch, he could actually play a pass.
Yeah, it's true. You see, McGay, he said something. He said when he initially joined Man City from Crystal Palace, there was one thing that all the time he was struggling with. Because as soon as he gets the ball, he gives a good pass. Yeah. That's why he said he gives a good pass. But Pep will come and say, no. Look for the free man. He was like, but the one that I gave the ball to you, he was free. No. Look for the free man. So hold on to the ball. Someone will come and press you. We want that space inside, not the space outside. So look for the free man. So once someone jumps from inside to press you, the player that he left, that player is the free man. Give the pass to that player.
And you have to find
find the free man. As a center, this is a center back, not a midfielder.
I heard he talk about, he said when he went to City, different levels. Because
different.
Now he says he almost has to now learn.
That is the point.
Everybody says it all the time. Like when you play, you go to say Spain or you play for Man City under Pep. The levels were different. It's almost like you are learning to play the game again.
You are learning. You must learn. And these things for the Spaniards, come on, they have it. You see, after the game, Ruben Diaz said this. I would like to chip in this at this point.
Let me read for you. It says, we have very good individuals, but we don't have a playing project like Spain's. In Spain, everyone thinks the same way, and each person knows what they have to do.
Yes.
Few countries do.
Yeah.
Countries try to replicate the idea, but are quick to change when there is no instant success. It is why they have a manager who can seamlessly move through the youth ranks and into a first team role. Not everyone will agree to their game model, but the roles within it and how they get to that point are so clearly defined that Spain will always have a foundation for success. Coach, I'll take you back in time. There was something I read. I used to collect this newsletter that UEFA used to publish called The Technician.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever heard of
The Technician.
The Technician. I think they still do publish. I'm not sure, but in one of the episodes, in one of the editions, they talked about Spain. And Chabi was interviewed. The great Chabi Hernandez. He was interviewed. He said,
"Pass master. He is the proper pass master."
He was asked a question about Spanish football philosophy. Yeah. And he said, in Spain, a lot of people, or from outside Spain, people think that the Spanish senior team is the model that every other Spanish team follows. He says they don't know. It is the opposite. And that what we see the Spanish football team play, it is born at the bottom.
Yeah, at the bottom.
So when you go down to the very bottom, they play exactly like we play.
Yeah.
And we've been playing like this for years.
Years, since. So imagine they've been playing like for years. From maybe 9, 10, 11, they've been playing like that since. So when they get to the top level, playing for the national team, forget about the names. Spain's number 9, yesterday when Oyarzabal was coming out, it was Borja Iglesias.
Yes.
Come on, Borja Iglesias. Come on.
We've had Fernando Torres.
Oh.
David Villa.
Yes.
We've had Danny Guiza. Raul and Co have played for the
But now it is Borja Iglesias. Go and check his records in the league. You understand why he's there. So for Spain, that is why always I say, me all the time I am for Spain. Because of their game model. There's a lot to learn from them. The last time I was watching you see, they have the RFEF groups. In here, you'll be maybe Division 2. Yes, I was watching their games, and come on.
Sometimes I watch La Liga Future.
La Liga Future. Hey, have you seen that Barcelona small guy? That small guy. Look at the basics and how he does it.
Yeah. And I noticed that you have 10-year-olds, 9-year-olds, the ability to pass the ball
and move,
pass and the confidence with which they play. They are not afraid.
No. So imagine he's done that from that age, 9, 10, and now he's
23,
24, playing for the national team.
14,
Come on, he will easily recognize this space.
And Ruben Diaz said it's all of Spain. So
all of them.
So De La Fuente can pick players from different clubs.
Yes,
and he won't struggle.
No.
Because all of them understand.
All of them, and they will play the same way. You see, look at Spain. De La Fuente has made changes, but people, you see, most of them, people have not even recognized it. Who were the starters in terms of the centre backs when Spain won the Euros? Where is Ruben Lenormand? He's not part of it. He's not even part of it. But he was a starter. Ruben Lenormand was a starter. After that, he moved from Real Sociedad to Atletico Madrid. Yeah. He's not part of this team. Dean Howson was a very good player even in the qualifiers and all that. He was a starter. Is Dean Howson part of this team? No. How many countries can leave out Dean Howson, Ruben Lenormand?
But Spain have done it.
And they are excelling. They've not considered a goal at this World Cup. And that tells you how good they are. Sake of the time, let me add Erling Haaland. and let's call it a day. So I had this video from a training session for Man City. You see, if you look at the background, you can see that the other players were training. Let's look at the background. Have you seen that?
Yes, I can see.
So
other teammates.
Yes,
training.
the other teammates were training, but Haaland was doing. This is what we call finishing drills. So with this finishing drills, the coach, you would decide the type of drill to do. So you don't just get in your center forward and tell them to play the way that the other teams are. No. So you decide that drill. Okay, I want you to finish at the far post. I want you to finish at the near. You see, Nathan, the reason I decided to bring this, the goals that Haaland scored for the Norwegian national team, you will see all of the goals here. You will see the same patterns here. Now, this is finishing at the far post. At the far post. This is finishing at the far post, Erling Haaland. Now there is a man on him, a coach pretending to be a man. Was it not how he scored, the second goal? Yeah. Yes. So this is finishing. Finishing drills for Erling Haaland. You finish there, then you come and finish here. Finishing drills for Erling Haaland. And check, all of these one touch. He doesn't control them. No. All of these goals, one touch. The last time I told you at this World Cup, which player has the most one-touch goals? Erling Haaland. At a point, he was with 100% one-touch record in the World Cup. At a point, he had played 10 shots. All of those 10 shots were one touch. Look at how he's training. One touch. He doesn't control the ball here. One touch. So he will take this, bring it to his national team. They will beat you, and you'll be like, oh, no way. Why did Norway beat us? But this is how he's training. One touch.
He doesn't have time to control
it. This is massive. In fact, the other teammates were training.
He didn't even train.
He didn't even train with them. They were training. But Pep Guardiola designed. If I was to play the audio of this, you would hear Pep Guardiola with Erling Haaland giving him instructions. Move away. Do this, do that. So Pep Guardiola was not even focusing on the training session of the other teammates. He left it with the assistants. They were doing it. And he was focusing on the movement, the timing of Erling Haaland. And all of the things that Erling Haaland was doing in this video, one touch finishing. Far post, near post. Far post, near post.
This is a specialized strikers drill.
Yes, strikers drill,
you know,
for Erling Haaland. And you see, there's Jeremy Doku here. Yes, Jeremy Doku will come very soon. After, you see.
Yeah, Jeremy Doku is the one passing the ball.
Yes.
On
After this, they trained Jeremy Doku too. On dribbling. The last time I was asking myself, but why must you train Jeremy Doku on dribbling? Do you know how to dribble than Jeremy Doku? No. But Pep was teaching Doku how to dribble. Not because of he wants, Doku to get the ability. Doku already has it. But he wants Doku to read the game better and know when to dribble and when to pass. Because when Doku initially joined City, that was his problem.
It reminds me of this guy, Delofeo.
Gerard
Delofeo. So there was something many years ago. Pep Guardiola was it an interview, something, because Delofeo was when Pep was at Bas. Delofeo was coming up. I think it must have been Delofeo. He was asked about Gerard Delofeo. He said, Gerard Delofeo.
Isaac Cuenca, Christian Tello, Gerard Delofeo.
He said he's a fantastic young player, but he has one problem. And the journalist asked what? He says he doesn't pass the ball.
That is the point.
And the journalist, he said yes. He has to understand how to pass the ball.
Yes.
Then I didn't quite understand but I do now, because
that's good.
If you are a winger, there are certain times when the dribbling will not help.
Yeah.
A simple pass allows you can give a pass to change the dynamic.
That is the point.
And then later when it comes back, you are in a position.
That is the point.
That pass even takes the defense away.
That is the point.
Then when it comes back, you can isolate
the game
your
better
fullback and
know where to pass, when to pass. So when the Black Stars are playing, and at times you say, "Oh, this Ghana player, who taught him that when to pass, where to?" Does he know it? He doesn't know it. So at times it's not his fault. He doesn't know it. These guys, they are being taught scenarios, situations are training. How do we train in Ghana here? For them, they train scenarios. They train scenarios. So look at most of the goals that they score. You see the goal that they scored in this game. In the next game, it's a similar part.
The same goal. It's true. Man City's
these are scenarios.
Man City team that got 100 points. They had a speciality. They were scoring a lot of cutbacks.
Yeah, cutbacks. The Centurions.
So somebody was saying that, but why is it that nobody can stop them? Well, they work on it
a lot.
Religiously.
A lot.
They work on it religiously. It's like in basketball.
Yeah.
The basketball people will tell you, right, that in basketball they train for a lot of these scenarios.
Yeah, scenarios.
The plays they call.
Yeah.
When the ball is here, when we are inbounding, you be here. This is what you do. Run around. You grab the ball. As soon as this guy gets the ball, do this, do that. And then you get what you need. So, yes, scenario training.
So, it's very, very important. And this is how Erling Haaland trains. So, henceforth, if we see him score any goal, please,
shouldn't be surprised.
Don't be so. And don't say it's a simple tapping. Have you seen how he was training? These are just tappings. But he was training on the tappings.
Ghana Premier League teams, are you seeing train strikers
these are just tappings, but Erling Haaland, they were training him on the tappings, what to do, how to run, how to do this, how to space your, how to get that distance.
Because the tapping is not just the tapping.
It's not just a tapping.
You are gauging where is the cross coming from.
With one touch. Very, very difficult.
Where am I standing? Am I approaching it?
Yes.
If I go first post, where do I do? How do I peel from the defender? Because the movement, because you also have to do the movement to create space.
Double movement to create a space for yourself.
And then quickly, you put the ball.
And that is why, in some of the drills, especially the one that we just watched, we saw the coach, one of the coaches, closely marking Erling Haaland
to replicate a match situation.
So it means that if you're Haaland, you must make a double movement to move away from him before you can attack the ball. So ideally, the ball was a one touch. It was a tapping, yes. But you did a lot of things before that goal. Go and watch the goal that he scored against Brazil. Have you seen that there's a video of it on X? Before the goal, Erling Haaland was just walking. Before the goal, just 5 seconds before the goal, he was walking. But as soon as the ball got to the angle where the cross was coming, he decided to make a movement, get that, distance between himself and then the center back, and he attacked the ball. That is a goal.
Wow. Coach Kwabena, so thank you so much. It's 12 after 10. We'll be wrapping it up in a second. But Coach Danso will be back here on Copa Mundo. Coach, on Copa Mundo today.
So today we'll be looking at the Argentine team and then probably USA, Belgium to you.
Okay.
You, because it was part of this morning's analysis, but because of the time, you push that one to Copa Mundo. So USA, Belgium analysis, because for Belgium, Rudy Garcia has done very well. His lineup speaks a lot.
Okay. I'll be listening.
How many teams will have Kevin De Bruyne, Jeremy Doku, and decide to bench them against USA? But he did it and he paid off. So you analyze why he did that.
Okay. All right. All of that and more on Copa Mundo. Time check is 13 after 10. This has been the Sporty Breakfast. My name is Nathan Kwao. Today I was in tactical class alone. So Kelvin was here for a few minutes. After my class, I read with he doesn't want to come to class. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for your calls, your messages, and thank you for your time. Many shouts to my production team, the great immortal Kwame Jakwe Champon, Angela Mensah, Naneki Amankwa, and Abigail Sena Susu. Shout outs to Fly and Emmanuel Ayamga. And shout outs to Biggie and the technical team. Shout outs to our team lead Gary Al Smith, who's still stateside, but still supporting us. There's the news at midday. There's Sporty Plug at 12:30. There's Copa Mundo at 2. Sporty Drive at 4. Before we go, Pepsodent is giving you another reminder to do the 2 before you go to bed tonight, whether it's 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m., whatever. Before you retire to bed, brush your teeth. Brush your teeth with Pepsodent. They've brought the limited World Cup edition. Use it. Now this season, Fano World Cup. Why? Your oral health, Fano World Cup. Thanks for listening. My name is Nathan Kwao. Enjoy your day. Stay safe. Take care. As I always say, be mindful of the weather. As soon as it changes, please ensure that your movement is calculated. Alrighty. Have a wonderful day. We'll catch you later. This is Sporty 106.1. We are the voice of sport.